these UPP LLCs, as we call them, they're becoming increasingly desperate and destructive. And I have to tell you that the dysphoria within the UPP is becoming structural. These are a hopeless set of people who, if we continue to entertain them, they're going to become a significant threat to the society. Because what is happening now is that their envy of others,
This
including
is
myself,
Antique Newsroom.
is such that it has now morphed into hatred. And when people are hateful, they eventually descend into promoting chaos and confusion, anarchy within the society.
Yes.
But I just want to put them on notice that any attempt or attempts by any of them to promote anarchy, and you'd have seen that within recent months, even with the so-called protests over the vaccinations. Those who seek to promote anarchy in this country, I just want them to know that they will be strenuously resisted. My administration will never sit down and allow any group of individuals, any political party, to plunge this country into chaos and confusion. And we will make sure that we utilize the full scope of the law to bring them to justice where they break the laws. And we expect law enforcement to do their work. Is it like when they had that unjustifiable attempted march, and then they tried to literally subdue the police so that they can march illegally and mash up the place, and the police disperse them? We support that type of behavior. We have to maintain the peace and tranquility within the country. This country must remain a safe place for all of us. And we're not going to allow a bunch of losers to mash up this country and to plunge it into chaos and confusion, to plunge our country into anarchy. Now, something I want to say here in terms of investments, because, many of our people are risk averse. There are plenty of people in this country who can invest in a property to rent. And the truth is, we don't have a lot of local Antiguans who are, doing these luxury properties for rent. And there are lots of them who have millions of dollars in the bank, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, but they're risk averse. And this is a discussion I've had with a number of my colleagues, to the extent I've said to them that, you know what, maybe the government should go the extra mile. Because you see, within my family, I have a number of business people. My mother-in-law, for example, she has been in business for 30-something years. Since I was a Swiss American, she was doing her own business. In my case, I've been involved in business for over 30-something years. I've got my first son involved in business. He's been doing it from the time he was 17, over 15 years. And if we've been investing for 30-something years, and we've been borrowing extensively, now we owe millions of dollars, we're not supposed to have anything? We can't buy nothing? We can't build nothing? How do you rationalize that? I came into government 20 years ago as a businessman, having given up my banking career, and continue to invest since then. There's nothing that I have not tried to sell legitimately. You name it, car, clothes, house, you name it. I built over 100 homes in this country in opposition during the 10-year period and sold all of them. And how come all of a sudden I'm supposed to be a destitute man? How do you rationalize that type of talk?